This is Chef Jeff from the Rogue Chef, Branson, Missouri, and today I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can carve your rib roast at home. Some of you may have got them from your Christmas feast and don't necessarily know how to cut it, so I'm just going to show you 3 easy ways that you can do it. Usually, like in a restaurant or anything, I'll use a regular carving knife, but not everybody I know has them, so I've also got one of my kitchen knives that I have that's just in a regular kitchen set that you might have at home. You can also use a chef's blade, and either way, all 3 are easy to use. The first way I'm going to show you is to cut a simple steak with the bone. On this back side, you'll see the different bones here. These are the chine bones. This is going to be the most difficult part, but don't let that scare you. So what I'm going to do first is you can either cut it close to the bone, middle, or close to the second bone. I'm just going to take it in between, and what you're going to do is just follow that down until you separate the bones. And what can make it easier is if you just push it apart a little bit, and it'll help push those bones, and you'll feel those bones, and you just go straight through it. And there you have. This would be an end roast, and if you want to make it more universal, you could just sit and trim this side off. Trim your end off. There you have a 1-bone roast or a steak. Second way, I'm just going to cut it off. Now you can cut it like a little thicker that you want, and you can cut it any which way. Cut it down to the bone, or you can try to shave it. And you just keep your hand, your back hand, your non-carving hand, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, holding on to it to keep it secure. And as you see, you just cut off some slices that you would like. When you get by the bone, you'll just sit there and you'll follow the bone around and peel it off. And it comes off real easy. It's a real simple process. Carving this, it's a sawing motion, like if you've ever cut wood or anything, just a little bit of pressure on it, and you angle the knife however you want it. If you want it real close, you just keep it nice and tight, and you just keep moving back and forth, putting slight pressure onto the meat. As it goes through, you'll be able to feel. And this is, again, cold, so it's a little bit tougher, so you'll be doing it when it's a little bit warmer, so it'll make it a lot easier to go through. And like right here, I've come down to this bone. There's a little chine bone right here. It's part of the chine bone. So when you get down there, you just push away and it'll peel off. Say you want thicker slices, you just go the thickness that you want. Go down. And again, you hit that bone. You just cut across, just push out, and see it'll pull away from that bone. And these are the nice, you get slices thin, thick, however you want. The third way I'm going to show you is to trim it off the bone first and then carve. This is really, really simple. As you see here, you have the different bones. Now we're down to 2 bones. What you're going to do is keep the knife away from you. I'm just showing you this because it's a little bit easier to show. You want to find that bone, and you'll just go down, and what will happen is you'll feel the bone on the back side of the knife, and you're just following that bone down. You can see here, well, I'll try to show you. You can see here the bone. You're going right up against it to get as much meat off that bone as possible. And as you go down, you see, it just falls off. and peels away. And then here are the bones, and then you have what you might be used to seeing. This would be your ribeye steak in the store or anywhere you get it. Now that it is separated, the bones are separated from the roast, you can take, don't throw these bones out. They're good for a couple things. One, they're good to eat off of. I know my family, these are fodder for them. But also, what you can do, leave it as is, and you can save them, put them in your freezer, and you can make your own beef stock out of it. It would make really, really good beef stock. Sometimes I just cut the bones in half and just cut the meat off of it. It just, you can save if you don't want to get it off the bone, because you can still get a lot of meat. Again, you're just following the bone down. And now that you have them separated, now you can either cut it into steaks. You can just find a spot what looks good for you, how big you want them, or you can eat the whole rest of this. Or you can shave like we did previously. You can cut it down however you want. Or, like I said before, you can take it and cut it into a steak. I hope this was helpful in letting you learn and take some of the anxiety away from cutting a bone-in rib roast. It is much tastier and better to get them with the bone. The bones add so much flavor. And come see us at the Rogue Chef, Branson, Missouri. Go Rogue! And if I was at the restaurant, what I would be doing right now is putting this aside until I had enough bones to make our steak and ale soup. But since I'm at home like most of you are, I'm going to let my doggies have a treat. I have 2 little wiener dogs, and they just love them. It's Rebel and Dixie.